What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? You rocking with Living Large, holding it down, Ottawa, Canada, coming at you live, home invasion show, and that's what's up. Check it out. So, this is the first show of January. Usually, we leave it to the last show of December where we do the Home Invasion Awards, but this time around, some shit happened, so it kind of got we kind of had to push it back, So, we got the Home Invasion Awards going on. We celebrating. We talking about the best of 2018 and the worst of 2018. And this time around, I actually did something different. Usually, I end up hitting up the artists and letting them know ahead of time that they won this award or whatever. And, just to keep it hush hush and stuff like that. And then just retweet and share it the day of when we do what it do, right? But this time around, I decided not to do that and instead surprise everybody with this video right here. So without further ado, we're going to do it right here. We're going to talk about the Home Invasion Awards. So this right here is my best of 2018. Before anything, I want to talk about honorable mentions. So for best single, I got my man Esham with In These Streets. It's a hot-ass single, man. Something raw, talking about the state of hip-hop today and how rough and raw these streets are and shit like that, you know what I mean? So it's just nothing to be slept on, you know what I mean? So check it out. And plus, Esham is one of the originators of Detroit rap. You know what I mean? He's the one that put it on, talking about booming words from hell. And that's what's up, right? All right, so best Canadian single, my man Jordell Downs with Atom Bomb and Brianna Marin with Mad at Me. This track actually came out, I believe, like last month or something like that. It's a pretty recent track. And for the instrumental and just the rap and everything else and message and shit like that, man, it was hard. It was really, really, really hard, and this track needs to be noticed. This track needs to get some recognition, and I definitely love this track, and I will be adding it to the list. And I even spun it today, you know what I mean? Talking about that, So, hey, it's all good. Don't be mad at me. That's what's up. We trying to get ours in 2019. For Best Canadian Album, Solar Sea with Access to All Lanes. Crazy ass shit right there, you know what I mean? The album produced by Rel McCoy. Shout out to the homeboy, right? And very lyrical, taking it back to the boom bap era, taking it back to that sound, and keeping the hip hop music alive like that, So it's crazy. I wanted to choose this album, but there was another album that I was vibing with heavier. You know what I mean? Like this album was just too much for me, and I was like, you know what? Solar Sea was featured on that album, so technically he's sharing in the glory. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Now, best local single for Ottawa, I had Black Irish with NASCAR. Track goes heavy. Anybody that's driving, anybody that's cruising in their cars and wants something that's bass heavy, something to cruise to, something to ride to, check out NASCAR. Crazy ass shit. It'll definitely get those trunks slapping. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. Much love go out to the homeboy. Support your local heroes is what I'm saying. Black Irish. I got you, bro. So best Canadian single, I got Iverson Black and Tafari Anthony with Automatic Feeling. This track is smooth as hell, and you got that rough, gruff voice coming out of Iverson Black, you know what I mean? So it's definitely crazy, It's definitely one of those tracks where it took me back to like the 90s with like, say Onyx and shit like that, Not really on the screamer, right? Because I know Onyx kind of get, but like just that deep, rough, gruff, gravelly ass voice and shit like that, you know what I mean? Definitely something y'all should check out. All these links, everything I'm talking about, all of them, we put up them links, all of that shit. Check us out on the Twitter. It's at The186Show. That's The186Show. And check out all the links because all of these brothers deserve to shine. All of these brothers deserve to get noticed and all of that shit right there, So, for Best Lyricist, it was a Home Invasion exclusive, South Central Cartel style with Stay in Your Lane. This album did not even drop. I believe it's going to be an EP. Did not even drop yet, and we already got it right here. I want to say myself going to my man Big Prodigy, but for Best Lyricist, man, I had to go with Cali Pitts, man, a.k.a. Young Prod. Crazy ass shit, I love when they talk about the state of hip-hop today and just the, just the bullshit that's happening nowadays, you know what I mean? You see it. You see the way it is and the way hip-hop is going and just a bunch of mumbling and saying a lot of nothing, and then homies like this right here put it on and put it on blast, and they're not scared to. And that's something that I feel that hip-hop lacks nowadays, It's just that raw aggression, you know what I mean? It's not like that anymore. Anybody that says anything remotely towards anybody, people get all you know, they get all what do you call it, depressed and sad and just cry about it, as if this guy said this about me. It's like, dog, it's hip hop. You know what I mean? Go ahead, get on the track and spit your thing. You know what I mean? Spit your mind. Let everybody know what you got to say. You know, it's all almost like a competition kind of thing. You know what I mean? Come at it, come with it, right? And Cali Pitts put it on, and he just lit a fire on everybody like that. You know what I mean? So I want to say much love go out to Cali Pitts. You know, I've been a South Central Cartel fan since day one. You know what I mean? Since back in like grade 7. You know what I mean? And shit, it's just like that. One of the biggest staples in gangster rap, West Coast, whatever you want to call it. That's them right there. You know what I mean? So check it out. Be on the lookout for Stay in Your Lane. I believe, you know what? I believe the EP is going to be called the same thing. But you know what? We'll let you know closer to the release date. And that's that, you know? So best single, I Had Cocaine would do it. If you see the list right here, you can catch the vibe, man. A lot of funk, right? And it seems like 2018 was a year of funk, right? So without saying it like that, Cocaine would do it right there, taking it back to the Roger and Zap days, and you know, almost kind of doing the same thing that Roger did with Do It, and definitely crazy. You know what I mean? Any track that is a soundtrack to, say, like the swap meets or whatever in California, you know what it is, you know. And I love that culture. I love that shit. And you best believe I'm gonna bring some of that culture down here to Canada and warm y'all up with some of that California sun rays. You know what I mean? So much love go out to Cocaine, Buddy Boy Entertainment, doing it big. Check them out. Y'all already know what it is. That's what's up. So best Canadian album, I had Full Circle with Recognize. Not really an album, it was more of an EP, but goddamn did it go heavy. You know what I mean? Their first album, Infinite Edges, I will say this, and I'll get it live right here on video. Infinite Edges is Canada's Illmatic. That's Canada's Illmatic, right? Go ahead and check it out. You can catch those vibes heavy, and it just seems like it was an extension to it. You know what I mean? Like these tracks right here, it seemed like they belonged on Infinite Edges, but they seemed a lot better. You know what I mean? They seemed like it was more evolved. The music was more evolved, the production was more evolved, and it was just still with that vibe. And it's like, goddamn, honestly speaking, if I were to play a song off that album, you would not believe that this is from Toronto in 2018. You would think it was some like 90s New York shit, you know what I mean? Nothing, you know, I'm not trying to take anything away from that EP or whatever the hell, but goddamn, imagine that, an EP made best Canadian album. You know what I mean? I want to say much love go out to Best Kept, much love go out to Stillwaters, holding it down, Full Circle. Do not sleep on the brothers. I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on the brothers. That's what's up. And for best album in general, it was a tie. I could not make up my mind. Like I said, Year of the Funk, man. Zapp and Roger came out with a new album, believe it or not, called Roger and Friends. And this is some brand new material. And I believe that they even used some of the vocals from Roger from before he passed or whatever. And it was crazy, man. Some crazy ass shit. I ordered my album. I had to buy it. And you know me, I'm a big CD collector and shit like that. So you best believe I had to add that to my collection, right? So between that and Parliament, right? Believe it or not, Parliament dropped an album after a 30-year hiatus. You heard me right. 33-0. You know, 3 decades long hiatus, and they came back, and it was just some funk, crazy ass shit. You know what I mean? So I had to do it. You know what I mean? I could not decide between the two, and I love both groups, and they're both like heavy hitters in terms of like the hip hop and the Ohio funk scene, and you know, just the funk scene in general. You know what I mean? And you can't have hip hop music without the funk. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about Parliament and Zapp and just the innovators and originators like that. And I could not decide. It was between Zapp and Roger's album, Roger and Friends, and Medicaid Fraud Dog. So, again, being a big CD collector, Medicaid Fraud Dog did not come out in North America as a hard copy. It was only just digital, so only iTunes and Amazon and Spotify and all that. And I'm not really into that. But in Japan, they actually released it as a hard copy. So I'm going to pick up my copy from Japan, do it up like that. cdjapan.jp is where you need to be. Shout out, go out to them homeboys for always hooking me up for them Japanese exclusives. And that's that. What else we got? We got Nicole Funk, best debut of 2018. More funk, man. More Roger and, you know, Larry. More Zapp infused and influenced music right here. This homegirl's all the way out from Poland, and she's doing the talk box thing. You know what I mean? This album, some of it was written, most of it was, all of it was written by her, but some of the production, most of it was done by her, and it was done by others. But yo, you gotta listen to this album. You gotta check it out. Again, soundtrack to the swap meets, and I love that shit. And it's coming out all the way from Poland, you know? It's kind of crazy how that funk influence, that, you know what I mean, that Zapp and Roger, that shit, even Parliament Funkadelic shit, you know what I mean? That influence, you can see it because of the internet. You can see that influence pretty much going around the world, you know what I mean? Like I said, Poland, yeah, I am rocking to it in Canada, baby. And that's what's up. So go ahead and check out Nicole Funk, her album. It's an EP too. It's called G-Funk. And, you know, Talkbox, talented sister, never gets my seal of approval. And that's what's up, you know? So for best local R&B, I had the Homeboys Training Season with Painkiller Jane. Track goes heavy. The drums are heavy. It's tight. You know, melodic. Some melodic ass shit, you know, which is kind of lacking in the R&B game nowadays. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because them dudes is young. You know, they got a homegirl in that. So shout out, go out to the homegirl too, Queen. And like I said, melodic, and that's something that the R&B is lacking nowadays, and that's in my opinion. And that's what's up. So TR season, that's what season it is. If y'all don't know, be on the lookout for them homeboys because they're on the rise. I can guarantee you that. And for best Canadian R&B, I had Destiny with Love Struck. Man, I had to, man. Ever since I interviewed the homegirl and spun that track, you can say it was Love Struck. And crazy shit. But we had it on rotation, and I tried to space it out as much as possible, but it definitely slipped through the cracks, and I played it, you know, more than one occasion, sometimes weekly, and, you know, it's all good, though. It's all good. So go ahead and check out Destiny. That's D-S-T-N-Y, right? I don't want to shine or take away any light, right? But she is related to somebody that's up there and bumping, one of the figureheads of Canadian hip-hop that's commercial nowadays. I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to take and rob some of that limelight from her because she's talented all herself, you know what I mean? So go ahead and check her out. Umbrella Coded, that's a record label. And just let them know that Live Large sent y'all, and that's what's happening, right? Now, for best R&B in general, Tiffany Lewis with Pain. That track was nuts. You know what I mean? I want to say much love go out to Havoc the Mouthpiece, producing that shit right there. You know, holding it down, South Central Cartel style. Still keeping that legacy alive. And I love how they're branching out. You know, they're not just doing their own thing now. They're, you know, promoting different artists and shit like this. And it's crazy how this is an R&B artist, and that's the promotion going forward. And, you know, definitely spun that track. And watch out for it. Watch out for it. I'm not going to show my hands because I don't like doing that, right? But we do have some big plans coming. And something tells me that this is going to be a part of it. And I'm not going to say any more. So go ahead and check that out. Tiffany Lewis with Pain. And that's that. Now, for Rookie of the Year, it's my homeboy Cape, right? We had this dude. I never heard of this dude at all up until the Home Invasion 3rd year, I believe, or 4th year anniversary. It's out there. You can check out the YouTube videos. It's out there. It's been saved. This homeboy, right, he did his thing, and it just blew my mind how talented he was at such a young age. And I just had to put him out there. You know, I had to, you know, again, I got this platform. I want to use it wisely. And I want to push artists that deserve to get played, that deserve to get spun, that deserve to get recognition. And we are, you know, our motto is sucker free radio. And that's what we all about, you know. And this dude is nothing but sucker free, 110%, you know. So much love go out to the homeboy Cape. Be on the lookout for the homeboy on the rise, Young Blood, all of that shit right there. And we will spin that. We will spin that. And again, don't want to show my hands, but I believe that something related to him is going to be done with in relation to us. You know what I mean? So again, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Now, respect my grind. This award goes to somebody that is heavy in the community, pretty much. You know, giving back to the community. And it's not just musically, it's whatever it happened to be, right? And I could not overlook my man Turk all the way down in Toronto. You know, he's got so much going on right now, man, like in terms of like giving back to the community. You know, he started this youth organization. He's teaching youth boxing. And, you know, he's got this thing, this foundation going on called Turk Foundation. And I'm going to shout out the website. It's turkfoundation.ca. And again, he's giving back to the community, giving the inner city kids some, you know, an opportunity pretty much. You know what I mean? It's not just what it is. And if you look at the news right now, especially in Toronto, you know, gun crime is on a rise. it's insane right now what's happening in Toronto. So it's good to see a brother that's actually giving back to the community, not just taking from the community. And that's what's up, you know. So I had to shine some light on that. My man Turk, much love. You know, the track that we spun was called Justice for Junior. And just to go, you know, just to go and show you what it is, right? What kind of vibe he on. If y'all don't know, Junior was that 14, 15-year-old kid that got murdered in the bodega and nobody did nothing about it. Nobody helped or whatever. This dude went ahead and, you know, made a track called Justice for Junior, raised some money for the family and all this shit right there. And it's all love like that, man. You cannot overlook this brother, and you should not overlook this brother. So go ahead and check him out, whether it be musically or just giving back to the community, whatever it happened to be. Once again, turkfoundation.ca. That's what's up. That's where you need to be. And just let them know, man, Live a Large sent y'all. Right? Now, for underrated album of 2018, it's St. John's, Newfoundland, and Toronto's own Chess Club. They had an album called These Flowers Are For You. I want to say much love out to Urbnet for hooking the album up. And goddamn, man, like this album, like if you ever wanted to take a journey down to space, all you got to do is just play this album, recline your seat, and just shut your eyes and just visualize the nova skies, the stars, you know, the solar flares, all that shit. And they'll pretty much take you there. You know what I mean? They'll pretty much take you there. Love this album. Love the vibe it gives me and all of this shit right here. And just let me know what y'all think when you check them out. You know, again, all their social medias, everything. You can find it on our Twitter account. It's at the 186 Show. And, you know, get that album, man. Whether you an MP3 head or you're a CD head like me, check them out. It's These Flowers Are For You. That's the album. And it's Chess Club Raps. That's where you can find them on the Bandcamp, right? So I want to say much love go out to them. And extra special shout out go out to Urbnet, right? All right, now. We have this thing called Smash or Grab, right? We pretty much reviewed a horror movie, one horror movie a week for the month of October in, you know, getting ready for Halloween and shit like that. And one of my favorites for Smash and Grab happened to be the Cult of Chucky review that I did. And the only reason why was because at the time when I was watching that movie, my daughter, you know, she a 5-year-old, she kind of came in the room and wanted to watch. She was like intrigued. She saw the killer doll and stuff like that. And I actually thought it was going to scare her. But she actually toughed it out and she said, no, I want to watch this movie. And after that, number one, no nightmares. She loved the movie, all right? And number two, she just went Chucky crazy after that, man. It was just, everything had to be Chucky. To the point I asked her, I was like, what do you want for Christmas, baby? And she's like, I want Chucky. You know, so I went ahead and I got her this talking Chucky doll and some crazy ass shit, some fond memories that I shared with her. And the movie really wasn't that bad neither. And it was made so much better, you know, just vibing with my little daughter and just having her being introduced to Chucky, you know, some crazy shit. Now, we talking worst, the worst hip hop hit for 2018, the worst shit to ever come out from 2018. And honestly speaking, this really isn't the worst song, but goddamn, just everything, all the shenanigans, all the back, you know, everything that's happening in politics and shit like that. I have to say Kanye and Lil Pump, man. I could not, like, number one, I never was a Kanye fan. I could not stand Kanye. Even on his best days, I really wasn't a Kanye dude, you know? And it was just crazy to me because everybody was, like, giving him daps. Everybody was giving him respect and shit like that for rapping with his jaw wires shut, for Through the Wire or whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, dog, y'all neglecting the doc, right? This dude right here got into a car accident and pretty much severed his vocal cords. And he came out and did his second album, Helter Skelter, and he had that rough, gravelly voice, you know? Where's the recognition for that? You guys gonna pay respect to this dude right here who did it with his jaw wire shut, but you're not gonna go, you know, show respect to this guy right here? It's like, yo, forget it. Get out of here with that shit. You know what I mean? So that was on his best days. And then all of a sudden, now here we go, right here, with all the shenanigans, like I said, man, with all the politics and shit. It's like going back and forth and all of this. And it's, nah, not for me, right? And just to make matters even worse, this track, I didn't even want to put the track name, you know? But this track was debuted on the Pornhub Awards or some shit like that. And I'm like, man, just to go show you how, I can't say it because it's 5 in the morning, but just how effed this track is. You know, if you're debuting it on a porn website, it's effed. Straight up, it's effed, you know? And it's just crazy, you know. Shout out to Lord Jamar for calling out Kanye for saying that he's getting too fat, and that's why he got dressed up in that Roblox suit. You know, I want to say much love go out to Lord Jamar. Always, always, always. I'm a Lord Jamar loyalist. You know what I mean? Whatever Jamar say, even if it's out there, you know, I'm with him and I'm saying, yeah, you know what I mean? I agree 110%. You know what I mean? And that's what's up. Because OG saying OG, you know what I mean? And yeah, so that's it. That's it. That's all we got for the best of 2018 and the worst of 2018. I want to say much love go out to everybody that we shouted out here. You know what I mean? Everybody deserves that recognition except for Kanye. Everybody deserves to get that light shined on them, you know, except for Lil Pump. And, you know, straight up, let me know what y'all think. What are your best of and worst of for 2018 in the comment section below? I kind of rambled right here, but it's all good. Once again, much love go out to all the artists that put in work, all the artists that got that recognition, all the artists that sent us exclusives. We've noticed y'all. We're not really neglecting y'all. It's all love. It's all love. And we appreciate your business. We appreciate everything that's collaborations, all of that shit right here. You know, we staying sucker free for 2019, man. We got a lot of plans. We got a lot of things cooking. So stay tuned and stay consistent with us because it's coming, man. It's definitely coming. And yeah, that's that. So without further ado, we're going to kick it back to the tunes. It's 5:25 right now. So what we got going on? We got, Patrice Russian with All We Need on the Home Invasion Show. Check it out. The track is hot. Y'all already know what it is. And I want to say this live. I want to say this. I'm even going to put it down and type in. We do not own the rights. We do not own the copyrights for this track right here. So please do not flag the video. Do not pull it down. None of that shit right there. It's all good, though. Home Invasion Show, baby. Let me turn it down again, just in case. I'm not trying to get flagged. But yeah, man, can't stress it enough. I want to say much love go out to everybody that we shouted out right here and everybody that didn't get shouted out. We'll catch y'all next year. Keep sending us your materials. Keep sending us your shit. We keeping it going on. We adding it to our rotation. It does not get overlooked. None of that. You know what I mean? So congratulations to everybody. Much love. And thank you for another year of nothing but sucker-free nonsense. You know what I mean? Sucker-free music. Sucker-free movement. That's what we all about. Sucker-free radio, baby. Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves and each other like Jerry Springer say. Peace out, y'all.